Hi, hello, and welcome to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. It's a pleasure to be here and bring you up to speed on all the latest in the world of sports. Coming up in this edition, new Ghanaian player on the block, that is Grejohn Kyei, spoiled the party for PSG as he scored the winner for Clermont Foot in their 3-2 win over Lionel Messi's PSG. You know, Lionel Messi has confirmed that he's leaving PSG at the end of the season, so his team wanted to get the deserving win in his final game, but unfortunately the new Ghanaian striker spoiled the part. So we'll be looking at how he ended up scoring this particular important goal for Clermont Foot. Also, well, Ghanaian player that is Gideon Mensah put up the man of the match performance for Auxerre in their final game against RCD Lens in the French League 1. Unfortunately, Gideon Mensah's team has been relegated, and Abdul Salih Samed was also able to put up a good performance in this particular encounter. Before we get into it, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get right into it. And in the match which was supposed to be the farewell match for Argentina's superstar, that is Lionel Messi, in PSG's game against Clermont Foot, it was Ghanaian striker Grejohn Kyei who scored the winner to hand Clermont Foot the deserving 3-2 win over PSG on Saturday night. Well, Grejohn Kyei and Ali Duseidu, who play for Clermont Foot, were handed starting role in the lineup for Clermont Foot in this particular game against PSG. And let's get into how the whole match panned out and how Grejohn Kyei ended up scoring this important goal. So, as early as the 5th minute, that was when Grejohn Kyei announced his presence on the pitch when he scored a nice goal, but unfortunately the video assistant referee VAR disallowed the goal scored by Grejohn Kyei in the 5th minute. Later on in the 16th minute, Vitinha sent in a nice cross into the Clermont Foot box, and it was Sergio Ramos who was already positioned, and he jumped high to score the first goal for PSG in the game. Well, later on, Ghanaian defender Ali Duseidu brought down his marker in the box, and PSG was awarded a penalty in the 21st minute. So Kylian Mbappe elected himself and scored a second goal for PSG to make it 2-0 in the 21st minute. Well, 3 minutes later, Clermont Foot were able to pull one back to make it 2-1 as Johan Gaston scored the goal for Clermont Foot. Later on, Kylian Mbappe was also shown a yellow card in the 28th minute. Then few minutes later, in the 37th minute, Clermont Foot were awarded a penalty and a chance to make it 2-2, and it was the new Ghanaian striker on the block, Grejohn Kyei, who elected himself to take the penalty. And guess what? Grejohn Kyei missed the penalty. His shot went off target and ended up missing a very important penalty for Clermont Foot. Well, Clermont Foot were able to pull parity finally when Mehdi Zefen scored a very nice tap-in to make it 2-2 just before halftime. So the first half ended 2-2 between PSG and Clermont Foot. Well, later on in the second half, that was when Grejohn Kyei managed to score the winner for Clermont Foot in the 63rd minute when a nice pass was sent to him into the box, and Grejohn Kyei made no mistake as he scored the important winner for Clermont Foot in the game in the 63rd minute. So Clermont Foot ended up riding on the goal that was scored by Grejohn Kyei to win the match by 3-2 against PSG. Grejohn Kyei was later substituted in the 87th minute after putting up such a good performance in the game, but Ali Duseidu played 90 minutes of action. And well, guys, the GOAT Lionel Messi himself failed to score a goal in the game. He tried as much as possible. There was a big chance that was given to him by Kylian Mbappe, and Lionel Messi missed it. Well, he got another chance to score from a free kick, and Lionel Messi's free kick was saved by the Clermont Foot goalkeeper. But it's now time to look at the performance of these two Ghanaian players in the game between Clermont Foot versus PSG. Let's start off with Ali Duseidu. Ali Duseidu was rated 6.3 for his performance in the game. He didn't really put much as he was blamed for the 2 goals that was scored by PSG. Well, he was marking Sergio Ramos when he scored the goal, and he ended up bringing his marker in the box to be awarded the penalty. So it was a bad day in office for Alidu Seidu, as he played 90 minutes of action, well, he made 1 clearance in the game, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle, dribbled past 1 player, committed 1 penalty, was involved in 7 grounded duels, 2 aerial duels, and lost possession of the ball 3 times, committed 1 foul and was fouled on 4 occasions. He touched the ball on 41 occasions and had 97% of passing accuracy. He made just 1 mistake out of his passes, 29 out of 30 passes accurate, and had 1 cross, 2 long balls, and that was how Alidu Seidu performed in this game for Clermont Foot in their win over PSG. Let's look at Grejohn Kyei, the new Ghanaian sensation on the block. He was rated 6.9 for his performance in the game. Grejohn Kyei played 84 minutes of action, scored 1 goal, had 1.38 expected goal ratio. He got 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, made 3 dribbling attempts and missed 1 penalty in the game. Grejohn Kyei had 39 touches on the ball, getting a passing accuracy of 82%. 23 out of his 28 passes were all accurate. He sent 1 key pass in the game, 1 long ball, 7 grounded duels, 1 aerial duel, lost possession of the ball 8 times, committed 2 fouls and was fouled on 2 occasions. And that is how Grejohn Kyei performed for Clermont Foot in their win over PSG. The Ghanaian ended up ending the season for his side with 10 goals in the French league, and so Grejohn Kyei scored 10 goals in the process for PSG in the entire season. And away from Grejohn Kyei, let's look at Auxerre as they played RC Lens in the final game of the French league, and it's featured 2 playing in both sides. Well, Gideon Mensah plays for Auxerre and Abdul Salih Samed plays for Lens. Well, this was how the game went ahead as Lens defeated Auxerre by 3 goals to 1. As early as the 6th minute, Abdul Salih Samed got his yellow card in the game, and later on in the 90th minute his team was able to score the first goal. Then in the second half they ended up scoring 2 goals, with Auxerre getting 1 goal to make it 3-1 as the game ended in favor of RC Lens. But unfortunately, Auxerre have been relegated to the French League 2 after failing to get out of the relegation zone. They ended up finishing in the 17th position, and in the French League 1, 4 teams are relegated each season and 4 new teams come to the top flight each season. So RC Lens ended up finishing 2nd with 84 points. PSG won the league title with just 1 point in the French league. So let me know your thoughts on the performance of these 2 Ghanaian players and what you make of Grejohn Kyei, the new Ghanaian sensation on the block. He's looking forward to playing for the Black Stars very soon when the Black Stars start playing their matches between September thereabout. Unfortunately, he wasn't called out for Ghana's game against Madagascar. That is it for this episode of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafiu, and thanks for doing the watching.